This is the first time I've done this. Fun.
It says it's streaming live now, is that right?
Yes, it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Hello, everyone. Hopefully you can see us and hear us. This is the first time I've done a live streaming webinar from Zoom. So if you can't hear us or see us, write a comment and I'll try to fix it. But hopefully you can. Oh, yes, I see a comment. They can see us. Hello, Lisa. Today I am joined by a bunch of lovely ladies who have done boot camp with me before. Yeah, so they're all working from home. Jermaine's got her bubba, Kate's eating. It's all good. So today we're just gonna have a bit of a chat, a casual chat. Hey, Tracy. Tracy's watching us. We're just going to have a bit of a chat about design business and boot camp. And if you have any questions about boot camp, these are the ladies that would be more than happy to answer it for you. So before we dive in and start blabbing, I'm just going to get each of them to say hello, what their name is, where they're from, and their design business. So Jermaine, do you want to go first?
Hi, that's Jordan, and I'm Jermaine. I'm from Melbourne. I've been freelancing for part-time for a while now, but starting to take the whole freelancing gig seriously thanks to bootcamp. And my niche would be in event branding because I love just doing graphic design for all things event related. So that's me.
Awesome. Taryn?
Hi, I'm Taryn. I've been freelancing for a while as well, but I've got a 2- and 4-year-old, so I wanted to be able to work around them, and I just wanted to take it more seriously and sort of get all my processes and everything in place when so that when they do go off to school, I'm sort of well set up for the business to work really well. And yeah, I loved bootcamp because it helped me get all those things into play, I guess, and just get some clarity around who I wanted to work with and why I was doing it.
Awesome. Liz?
Hi, I'm Liz. I am from Geelong and my business is Ivory Edit and I have a niche of print-based design.
Awesome.
That was short and sweet.
Amy? Oh, we can't hear you, Amy. Hang on, let me unmute you.
I got it.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. I'm Amy. I'm from the United States. I live in Kansas. It's freezing here. And yeah, I have 3 boys, and I am the cheeky designer. Small businesses who are big on fun. And yeah, that's about it.
Thanks, Amy. Kate?
Hey, ladies. Can you see me?
Yes, we can see and hear you.
Hi, I am Kate. I'm from Melbourne. I've freelanced on and off for a couple of years. Oh, actually a few years, but a couple of years ago, I decided to kind of rebrand and take it a little bit more seriously. I have a boutique studio specializing in websites and branding for kind of creative-based independent businesses. Basically people doing some really cool stuff, and it's called Rebel Rouse Creative. Anyway.
Awesome. Thanks, Kate. Emily?
Hello. I am freelancing from home and I'm focusing on branding, general graphic design, document design, and social media design. And through bootcamp, I've been able to figure out that maybe through my style, I'm attracting the type of clients that I would like to work with. So that's just one of the great things that I've learned through bootcamp.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Now, we might just dive into like some questions that have been coming up a lot. about boot camp, because I get it. It's totally scary investing in your business and in yourself. And I guess the biggest thing that I'm hearing in the last few days is people are scared of the money factor. And I just want to like hear from you guys. Did you feel like you were super scared about the money, coping with the payments, just like having that fear of investing in something and not knowing about the return? And, you know, how did you overcome that fear, and how did it work out for you in the end? Does anyone want to take that question? Liz, go for it.
So I've been in the group for a long time and always seen boot camp come up, and I always wanted to do it, but money was always a factor. In the last round, just before I decided that I was going to do it, I got engaged. So then we also had to think about a wedding. In the same week, I also found out I was losing one of my major contracts. So that was like 2-day week, like full-time work type thing for me. So it was like a big, like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know, you know, can I afford this? But I did your challenge. I got the special, and I'm not looking back now, like sat down with my fiance, we talked about it, and even if I didn't get anything out of it, at least I found that I would have contracts in place that I could use from there on, and looked into it. And, you know, getting a lawyer and things like that would cost me the same amount as doing the boot camp. So that's how I kind of reasoned it, like, you know, worked it out. And I got more than just the contracts out of that. Like, I got new clients, new processes, new way of looking at everything. And yeah, I could not recommend it enough. Like, it was such a big stress, the money thing. But looking back, I was like, oh, that actually, for what I got, was, yeah, it was worth it.
Awesome. That's good. That makes me happy to hear, because I totally get like the fear of investing in something. And I think Tracy said the other day that she is just super skeptical of any e-courses, any online, you know, offerings. But now she's one of those people that raves about it. And I know, Kate, before you signed up to boot camp, you were kind of emailing me saying, you know, I've done other e-courses before and I'm a bit scared.
Off mute. Yes.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah. I've done a couple of different courses before, and I've got takeaways from all of them. But I guess the main attraction for Design Biz Bootcamp was that it was tailored specifically for graphic designers, and that kind of also bleeds into web design. I'm actually a digital designer by trade, so my skill set's quite multidisciplinary. But yeah, it was the fact that it was specifically for graphic design. So I think it kind of just helped clarify, you know, throughout each different module, there was definitely specific things that I got clarity from that I didn't quite get from the other courses, because it was kind of a bit more broad. But yeah, well, I was emailing you back and forth. And I think as well, like I totally understand the investment in like fears, but I was at last year when I did it, I actually did 3 online courses last year, and bootcamp being one of them. So I invested quite a lot into my brand, because I knew the goals that I wanted to kind of achieve and where I wanted my business to be. And the previous year I'd done all of the DIY, trial and error. I just kind of didn't feel like I was getting the momentum. I had visions. I was kind of here and I wanted to be here. And, you know, to get to that point, you kind of just have to get over those fears. And investing in yourself, it is scary, because it's like, oh, I've got this idea. Am I good enough for, you know, like there's all of those things as well. And then I think the money thing at the end is the final kind of thing you've got to break through. But yeah, it's definitely been worthwhile.
Good. Good, good, good. Andrea said in the group that she paid $550 for a social media course and found out, and when she enrolled, she already knew everything in it. So hopefully with Bootcamp, you guys learned a lot of stuff you didn't know. Yeah.
Yes.
Can I say something about?
Yes, go, Emily.
I just wanted to say that one of the great things that you gain from it is in leading up to it is just an understanding of how to price yourself correctly, and also building the confidence around that. So you inevitably will get a job that pays your return on the investment of Bootcamp. It's just, if you really sort of apply what you learn, you will get the money back for sure. That's the main goal there.
And you should get it back pretty easily. I say it will only take one client for you to get it back. Yeah. And a lot of designers come back to me and say, one, it'll probably take me 2 or 3. And I'm like, no, not if you're.
But that's the mindset.
Yeah.
You change in Bootcamp.
Yeah.
So.
My first client that I hired after we started paid for Bootcamp.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Excellent. Yeah, and another thing that I often hear about, you know, the fear around signing up is not having time. And I know a few of you here have little kids, like Jermaine, we can see in the background. So how did you juggle the time, like getting everything done each week, joining the group calls and dealing with, you know, little ones? I don't know, Jermaine, Taryn, Emily, Amy.
Oh,
yeah, go Taryn.
I suppose that was like a mindset thing as well, like deciding to spend just a little bit of time in the time that you have available to work to actually chip away at each module. So because you're checking in with the group every week, it just felt like you were keeping accountable. And I do a lot of work in the evenings once the kids go to bed. And for me, that's like relaxed time where I can just kind of do some work and, put it back into the business. So I don't know, I thought it would be really hard with time, but once I made that decision to spend maybe 15 minutes to half an hour a day, it was easy enough to find that time.
Yeah.
And you get really excited about it as well. So
I know, you look forward to
like, oh, I don't want to do that. It's just like, when can I do that? So you make it happen.
Yeah. What about you, Jermaine?
So when I decided to do boot camp, Jordan was probably about 5 months old, 4 or 5 months old. I think he's 1 month older than Sage. So, you know, because I thought that, so before boot camp, I thought I had things figured out with my business, and that was all through self-learning and whatnot. And when I decided to commit to it, I was just like, you know what, I don't really have much to lose. And yes, it's an investment. So I just told myself that, you know what, kids or no kids, just got to do it right. I have a 3.5-year-old who's at my sister-in-law. So usually when I did boot camp related stuff, is on the days that he's at daycare or sister-in-law. So I was mostly with Jordan, and yeah, a lot of the things that I learned through bootcamp was also like self-realization as well. So times when, you know, I'm settling him to sleep, you know, or feeding him, sometimes, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, you know, like, you know, it makes me think more about who my ideal client is, like what is the purpose of me freelancing. And I think that when you have kids in the picture, you know, it's obviously, you know, a big thing, you know, being, you know, a woman with a career that, you know, you want this to work for you. So I think the first thing is that, you know, just if you're staying committed to it, you're going to definitely find time to work that around your kids' schedule. So, you know, even though, yes, there was a lot of work behind, you know, figuring things out, I think with that mindset, it was just easier to, you know, to juggle with kids. And yeah, that's how I've done it so far.
Yeah. We're women, we make it happen. When we decide, we make it happen. What about you, Amy?
Yeah, I have a 15-month-old, so I was kind of in the same boat. The other two are old enough to be in school, so that's helpful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got enlisted my mother-in-law to take him one day a week, and that was like my work day. And then the other days just really like you said, just having a mind shift of like, okay, this is going to be something I'm going to do for myself and my business, and just making that a priority instead of, making sure the dishes are done. They're just, you just shift things around. And like you said, you just make it work.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. There's a couple of comments in the group. Tracy says that she misses our weekly catch-ups. Mariella says your voice is lovely, Emily.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So, and another thing that I've heard about, being scared to join the boot camp gang is like being shy and not wanting to join the weekly calls and not wanting to like put the video on and actually talk to strangers, all that sort of stuff. Like, was anyone shy at the beginning and then kind of realize that we're all the same? Liz?
Yes. Yeah, 100%. I can talk to people, but when it comes to like things like this, it's very almost daunting. And before boot camp, I would say yes to doing any panelist type thing like this. But yeah, the confidence that you kind of learn along the way is just outstanding. Like I said, I would never have done anything like this, and I'm still like a bit shaky now, so you can probably hear it in my voice.
I was so surprised when you said yes to this, Liz.
Yeah.
You sound so confident.
I can do it.
Yeah.
But it's just a learning experience, and I never got anything like this through TAFE, uni, high school, nothing. So this was an eye-opener, really.
Yeah, and everyone's really easygoing, and it's pretty like casual, the group calls. Like everyone gets to have their turn at speaking. Everyone like comments on, if people need help with something, everyone's there to kind of give you their opinion. Yeah, what do you think, Kate, about the whole video weekly thing?
I think that was like probably the best part. I'm like, Tracy, I wish we still had them.
We miss you, Tracy.
Yeah, they were really fun, just lighthearted, and you kind of reviewed what you've done or maybe kind of didn't get done the week before. And yeah, just basically had a chit chat with everyone.
Yeah.
It was great to kind of form some online friendships, because this job is pretty isolating at times. As you can see, we're all kind of just in our little corners at the moment. Yeah, I think the weekly calls were the best part.
Yeah, it's lots of fun. And when they end, everyone's like mega sad.
Yeah.
We all miss each other, but we all still hang out in the group. And if you get stuck or need help after the 6 weeks, we're all still there if you need to jump in there and post for help. So, okay. Whoever's watching on Facebook, if you have any questions about bootcamp, post it now. We're going to have one last kind of comment from everyone. And I want to know what has been the biggest change for you since bootcamp. Like, are you now kind of at a point where you freelance full-time, where you weren't before? Or are you at a point now where you need to hire people to help you with work? Or is it that you've just got mega clarity and direction? So Jermaine, do you want to go first?
Yep. So the biggest thing, first of all, block him out. That's how you get work done. Motherly advice. So the biggest thing that I learned from bootcamp was figuring out who my ideal niche was. And I reckon it took me 3 weeks of like proper self-realization and meditating and whatnot to figure that out. So thank you, bootcamp. And I suppose the other second thing which I'm really thankful for is just confidence. I understand that with designers, the biggest mistake that we do is underprice and undervalue ourselves. Mm-hmm. And that just comes with, yes, it comes with experience and confidence, but it's also understanding and realizing your self-worth. And I think doing everything through bootcamp, bootcamp is not just a technical thing where you learn how to do sales funnels and you know, how you brand your proof sheets or whatever. Yeah, the biggest thing is that, you know, you just learn more about who you are, why you're doing this, and your purpose with the whole business. And I think when you understand it and realize that, then everything just kind of falls into place. It's like the biggest like career epiphany type thing. So that was the biggest like change for me, and I'm super excited to be working full time once I get this kid at daycare. But
Awesome.
no, it's all exciting. And you know what, like I want to, you know, be a really successful, you know, designer and show a good example to my kids as well in the future. So yeah, I'm just so excited to be living, you know, my design dream.
Awesome. Yeah, I think it's important, like, to actually pause and do some self realization and all that kind of stuff. And I think boot camp allows you to do that. So Taryn, what's changed for you?
I've just had a lot more work that well, as you were saying about hiring people, I've got a junior who works 2 days a week when I'm working, and she takes on so much of the work that I would have otherwise said no to. But I think now with raising prices and stuff, it makes it all worthwhile to take her on. And then I've also had other contractors, probably 2 or 3, that I can call on whenever there's plenty of work. And I think in the past I just would have thought, oh no, it's a bit too much, too hard. And yeah, now just the communication's better, more streamlined with the people I work with. And so yeah, probably more work and more of the work that I want to do. So I've said no to things that don't fit, and that just frees you up to do more of the stuff that you love doing.
That's awesome. That's so good that you're at that stage where you can kind of have people there to help you with the workload. And yeah, that's all good stuff that you actually want to work on.
Yeah.
Excellent. What about you, Kate?
Hi. Yeah, I went full-time freelance at the end of last year. So that's something that I'd kind of been working towards for, like I mentioned before, I'm kind of growing my brand for about 2 years, and was just kind of easing off with my other casual job. And then I just kind of decided to take the jump. I can't say that it's not challenging and daunting and all these kinds of emotions, but it is definitely rewarding. And the whole idea of being your own boss is setting your boundaries and working on your terms, which is something that Anna definitely helped kick my butt into. Yeah, just taking on some bigger projects. I've actually been approached by other kind of like branding agencies and like full service agencies because of the fact that I'm a designer and a developer, which apparently is a unicorn in the industry. So that's kind of really helping, like, kind of it's a confidence boost, but also helping with my niche. I feel like I'm at a slight pivot at the moment. And that's the thing with having your own brand, it's going to continually grow. I'm already rebuilding my website. It's been less than a year, and just kind of things like that. So I think, yeah, the main takeaways in bootcamp is, apart from the community and the support and the little subtle kicks up the butt, is just, yeah, clarifying my brand vision and my target audience, and actually
doing what you want in your business.
Yeah. Except at the moment I've got too many client projects on to my own project.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it's kind of,
it's a good problem to have.
Exactly. Yeah, it's definitely, it was a fun journey.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
And what about you, Amy? Because you were close to giving up.
I was about ready to go back to corporate. I mean, I'd stayed home for 6 years. I feel like my journey was a little bit different than everyone's, in that I had just kind of decided to dabble in freelance. So I didn't really have a business, or I was just doing little tiny freelance jobs for pennies, really. Like, oh, here's a Facebook post.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not for me. And So I was like, oh, I don't even know if I'm like to a point in my life where like boot camp is going to, is that too much? Am I ready for that yet? But so even if you're just starting out, I totally encourage you to just like do it, because the confidence that you get and just like the mindset shift of like, okay, there are people who will love what I do and it will be easy to work with them, was like the biggest thing for me, because it was just, I was doing things I hated to do for no money, working with people who weren't super nice. And now I'm like, oh, I can pick like, yeah, I really like this, working with this kind of person, and they love what I do because we fit well. Yeah, exactly. That was like the huge thing for me. And then the other part was just, while I wasn't ready for like everything that you gave us, now as I'm getting into it more, it's like, oh, I need a welcome kit. Like I know where to get that, and I go in and change it up, and everything that I've needed, I'm like, I know where that is, and I go, and it's just like a little business in a box. Like, here you go. Like, here's everything you need. And it's been so helpful. And now I'm literally getting ready to hire somebody to come in to take care of the baby so that I can work more hours. So it's been huge.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Really, and yeah, I love the fact that you just continually keep going back in there to get the stuff that you need.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think is really cool about it.
Yeah, it's great.
And Liz, what's changed?
So everything has changed. I did a complete rebrand, rename, new systems, processes, clients, everything. Like, it's just, I actually have like a bit of brand pride now. Like, I actually like putting my name out there, my business cards, everything. I've actually found that clients are like, they come to me and they actually compliment my brand, and like they like my style, because I'm just putting things out there that I just want to do, not things that I have done, or because I feel like I have to be posting like on social media and stuff like that. So I actually almost running with the big dogs in my area, because I'm getting like people are choosing me to work with me based on my style instead of like the bigger companies. So it's been like a real ego boost.
Awesome.
And like Amy said, like you can always just go back to the modules. Like, it's just so easy. And I actually have like, I printed all mine out.
Did you? That's so cute.
My folder. When you print it, there's a lot there, and it's just really helpful, because I'm still building my website. And it's just step by step, tells you how to do your website, what to do from there, everything. Like, I always wondered why people said they came out of boot camp but they're still working on their business. And I get it now. Like, it's just because, like, it's like the 6 weeks is the intensive part where you learn everything, and then afterwards you go back and you refine and you do. And because I just found like that it was just, I'm running out of words to say, because it's just like it blew my mind. Like, week 2, I was like, oh my God, I'm floored. So yeah, it's been the best thing I've ever done.
Oh, man, you want to cry. So glad. I'm so happy. Emily, can you hear me? Oh, you're muted. Hang on. Go.
Stuttering through it.
Yeah, go.
Oh, yes. I think a lot of what Amy and Liz have said really resonates with me. I'm just going to close the door, sorry, because there's construction going on out there.
Okay.
Before boot camp, I was getting jobs, but I was kind of fumbling through, and I'd taken on a lot of what you offered free from your website and just from the group, and sort of applied it, but not really in a cohesive way. So boot camp really helped me just comb all of that out. And I think the biggest thing for me, and I can really see the effects of this now, because I only recently launched my website, many, many, many months after finishing boot camp. And I can see a new stream of clients coming in, and then I can see my older clients coming back for things, and the difference in them is
Massive.
that's just been the best thing for me. I like the people that I'm attracting now. I want to work with these people. It just clicks. And the people that are coming back to me are just, they're just nightmare jobs. And I just want them to go away. But, you know, so there's going to be a little process of separating.
Fading them out.
But yes, slowly just.
Yeah.
Actually, yesterday I had one that just, we sort of both just, agreed that it's, we're going to part ways. So, but it's a good thing. So that was a massive one for me. And as well, I got to, because in the last couple of weeks, I had some family stuff come up and I couldn't partake in the last two calls, I think it was, but they get recorded so I could go back to it and I could, you know, as Liz was saying, you can go back to all the material and go over it and take your time with it, and which I think a lot of us are doing with kids, with babies. So that's my main thing that I want to say about.
Awesome. Someone's baby's crying.
That's mine.
Is it?
I think the time is pretty good though.
Yeah. No. That's
it's all right.
Thank you, ladies. That like gives me lots of warm, fuzzy feelings, all of it. And I thank you for taking your time out today to actually chat and like talk about it, because you guys did boot camp 6 months ago. Taryn did it longer ago. So yeah, thanks for taking the time out of your day. I mean, you guys did this out of the kindness of your heart. I'm not paying anyone to like, you know, come out and promote it. Yeah, sorry. I may have a cookie I can send you. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. And
Thanks,
yeah,
ladies.
I'll talk to you all later.
Good luck, everyone.
Now I'm going to figure out how to end it. Okay, now.
Bye.
Bye.